history of the 90s and 80s cannot be complete without talking about Ezekiel Barng'etuny. Ezekiel Barng'etuny is one of those. You'll find that President Moi used to surround himself with illiterate, cartoonish people like Mulu Mutisia, Ezekiel Barng'etuny, and others. There are no records of his education, but he was famous for the auction of Kimalel goats auction, where he would say, they would say, place the 100 goats in the pen. They place the 100 goats, and then he would say, of that 100 goats, elfu mbili mbili, elfu mbili tatu, that rapping or chanting used to entertain people, and that is why he used to do that. He was later nominated to be a councillor, and much later he was nominated to be an MP. He's among the very few people who have been nominated both as a councillor and as an MP. He spoke Swahili with broken accent, heavy Kalenjin accent, and he was a land grabber. When I say he was a land grabber, I'm reminding myself of a case where a letter came from, an SF letter, SF that means secret file, an SF letter came from Nyati House, where we were told to identify people who have grabbed government plots and forward the names to Nyati House. Mr. Masika, can't remember his full name, was a senior superintendent. He was the head of intelligence in Wasinigishu. He wrote a response where he gave examples. He said, anybody watching this from Eldoret, just know that the so-called Barng'etuny Plaza, he never paid for even a single cent. He grabbed it, and then you see, using the title deed, he built a very good building, and the building paid for the loan to build that building. I mean, the tenants paid to pay for his upkeep, and also to repay the loan he took to build that house. Among other people who grabbed land and who are contained in that single letter was Boynet, who was former president's ADC, and then nearby they were neighboring him and Ishmael Chelanga. They had grabbed those plots, and you can remember Ishmael Chelanga's plot was being guarded by APs, and one time the house stayed without tenants. Imagine staying in a house. You people who were not there, let me tell you, you hear some of the things that used to happen then, you'll be shocked, and you'll find those things nowhere else except JI-TENGE. Remember the till number. Now, imagine staying in a PC's place. Nowadays they're called regional coordinator. At the gate, instead of having watchmen guarding, it is APs who are armed. They are guarding. I mean, they are not just guarding his properties and whatever. They are now even guarding his tenants. And then those people moved. I think it is just an ordinary moving, where you find yourself, you are moving to other places, the way people do move. So when they moved, the houses stayed without people. And you see, APs are very notorious for running or escaping from the place they are guarding. That is why you find so many, nowadays you find so many banks like the 94 million, you ask yourself, where were the APs who are supposed to accompany the watchmen? Eh? So Ishmael Chelanga's house was not occupied for some time. The APs would make a technical appearance there. Then one time, Chelanga found tenants. The tenants came, and before they came, Kenya Power was supposed to uh, bring back the light. Bring back the light. I don't know what language to use there. To reinstall electricity. So when they were trying to reinstall, the APs came and thought that those were intruders and shot them. Those are some of the things that were happening. And I added Chelanga and Boynet because the time when Barng'etuny grabbed the Barng'etuny Plaza is the time those people grabbed. And when Masika wrote this, he wrote it when he was 56 years old, when civil servants were retiring at 55. Then later, during a normal transfer, he went to Kapsabet, that is in Nandi County, to head that county. And that is the time when Boynet was made the director of intelligence. Boynet being the director of intelligence, he had access to intelligence in Nyati House. And then that is when Masika was reminded that he is over age. Thank you.